What's up, VK family? It's your boy Vital, and we appreciate you for joining us on another early review on Vital's YouTube channel with Mr. IH Productions behind the camera. Today, a very special one because it is our first 4K review of 2024 on a very early pair, which I know you guys already know of. But that being said, guys, we appreciate you. Happy New Year's to the VK family. You followed us from the beginning of our YouTube journey, which I think was last year, but nonetheless, we got to do a lot since last year, right? If you've been following our brick and mortar Vital Chinatown, you know, especially in the holiday season that we just passed, we were awfully busy. So we didn't get to produce as much content as we wanted, but definitely tap into at least our last video that we dropped about the top 10 most vital pairs of sneakers for 2023, at least in my opinion. That being said, guys, right now in the branding of Vital or in the life of Vital, me and my team are really sitting down and being intentional about what the rest of 2024 is going to look like. Whether that's the physical collaborations that we're gonna have in our boutique versus what we do on social media, the clothing that we drop, the different messages that we wanna put out, right? All those things are gonna start to roll out. So guys, definitely connect with us on Instagram because you'll see it there first. On YouTube, we really just do very specific things just to give more to the community that we don't already do, okay? But that being said, guys, I don't wanna hold us back because there's plenty to cover about today's sneaker, the Jordan 5 Olives that are coming back for the first time in like 18 years. Plenty of history to cover as well, all right? So that being said, guys, let's roll that intro and dive right in. Ooh, man. Okay, so Mr. IH Productions, make sure you zoom in and hit these 4K details because there's so many different details that I know product pictures you guys cannot see. So we're gonna make sure you guys can see that. But that being said, before we dive into the details, guys, I need to do my due diligence as a sneaker YouTuber in the community because the other day when I was picking this up from said plug store, all right, we can't give out all that information, someone else actually walked in, saw them on the table and was like, yo, those are real? I saw a product picture of them and I thought they were fake because I've never seen them before. And that just let me know right then and there that there's a lot of young sneakerheads, right? Or maybe just people that don't keep up as much as we do because these are not new. These actually released back in 2006. And although not an OG colorway, they released back in 2006 part of a Jordan brand lifestyle pack, right? Where they really started to branch out their colorways outside of what Jordan wore on the court, hence lifestyle. And people really drew to the Olive 5s, even calling it the best Jordan 5 that is a non-OG colorway. All right, so right now in the comments below, you let us know, or maybe throughout the video as we go through the review, if this is in fact meeting that reputation of the best non-OG, all right? But guys, again, this is a retro. We are getting it back for the first time in 18 years, so pay some respect, guys. It is not a fake. Let's dive in. Starting off with the box like we always do, guys, we're starting to see this box design or maybe even this logo more and more in the new age of Jordans, right? I don't think this is like an OG box or anything like that. It's something more new. As you guys can see all around, it's gonna be mostly just that gray cement, but the logo here is what's a little bit newer. And I've seen this on the insole of some sneakers. I wanna say the back of the tongue of some Jordans that have come out last year. So we're seeing this more and more on top of the box. But what's unique about this one, and by the way, it says Air Jordan Flight Club. The thing that makes this specific logo unique is the colorway that also matches the Olive 5s inside of it with an olive circle and then that orange Jumpman. All right, so let me know if you're feeling this box or if you prefer the OG looking one with the lids coming off and whatever it may be. But I know we don't really care too much about this. We're more so looking forward to what's in the box. So let's get it. Audio Jungle. And here they are, guys, the upcoming, very early, 3 months early, Jordan Olive 5s that are set to release on March 8th of 2024 this year. This is truly the return of a retro in exactly the same form that it released in 2006. I don't think they changed any materials, the shape, or anything about it. They really just wanted to bring something back and give the community what they've been asking for, all right? So let's start out with the sock liner like we always do. Looking at the sock liner like we always do, we don't get anything irregular outside of what Jordans are used to doing, which is going to be that full nylon material. This time in a solar orange, as they call it on the box. Just with most retro Jordan 5s, on the back of the tongue is also going to hold that Air Jordan stitched in tag and a solar orange. Let's not forget the insole while we're here as well, also in a full total orange with a black Jumpman on it. Making our way out to the uppers, on top of the unique colorway, this is probably going to be one of the most unique things about this sneaker that we haven't necessarily seen on other Jordan retros, at least recently. Moving our way down to the rest of the uppers, we're first going to talk about the material that wraps around the entirety of its uppers in this olive colorway. This is possibly one of the most unique things about this sneaker on top of its colorway, but truly we haven't seen this material, at least recently, on a lot of retros that have released. Moving our way down to the rest of the uppers, the first thing that I'm going to cover is this olive material that wraps most of its uppers. On top of this sneaker's unique colorway, possibly one of the things that makes this most different from other retros that released recently is this material. When you get a close up, you'll start to see what I mean. Looking at product pictures, it kind of looks like suede at certain angles, but when we get that close up, we start to see that this is actually like a rough suede or more of a canvas. I think it's actually a mixture because when I run my finger across it, it definitely has some type of hair like suede does, and I'm seeing it get lighter and darker as I stroke in different ways. Whoa. But anyways, it is definitely rougher than your average suede as well, and we see that in the texture marks. I'm kind of doing different claws because it just goes in a whole bunch of different directions. So if anyone knows this material name, whether it's a suede canvas, a canvas suede, a brushed canvas, a blush suede, I'm not really sure. Jordan Brand calls it a whole bunch of different things. Let us know though, but I definitely appreciate it for a few reasons. One, I think it really fits the aesthetic. First of all, the Jordan 5 already looks kind of like a boot, in my opinion, a little high cut, a little bit more bulky than other retros. So having a rougher kind of canvas material on top of it fits the look of it like a boot. But on top of that, the colorway kind of looks army-esque, right? With that olive green. And I think giving it that rough, edgy look definitely adds to this military looking sneaker. So I love it. Not to mention the final thing is this material will definitely be more durable than other suedes, but a little bit more attractive than your full canvas. Let me know what you think in the comments. This material and color wraps the entirety of its uppers with no other contrasting colors except for a few solo orange highlights that I'll point out in just a second, but I think they did that strategically, giving a very clean look, especially when we're looking at the only pair of laces that it comes with as well, also in that olive colorway. And that's essentially it for very monotone uppers outside of a few highlights that we'll talk about right now. As always, this Jordan 5 retro stays true to most of its predecessors as seen in the different mesh panels that live on the side panels and also the tongue. This time in a full icy blue, very similar to its original form in 2006. Furthermore, giving us those OG feels once again, we do have that reflective 3M tongue, this time with a solar orange Jumpman embroidered on it. Similarly, on the back heel tab, we also see that solar orange Jumpman tagged on the back. This time, no Nike Air, but nor did the 2006 version have that, so I don't think people are looking for it too much. Wrapping up the uppers with one of the signature accessories of the Jordan 5 model, we're gonna also see this lace lock in a mostly clear, but orange and olive green hits. Overall, the uppers are quite calm, but just enough contrast to really make certain details pop. But I think the midsole is what really brings it all together, so let's dive in. Most of this pair's midsole is going to boast that olive going all the way around as well, creating that minimal contrast from its uppers. Again, because they really want us to pay attention to the solar orange hits, such as those on the teeth and also that in the air bubble unit. Having these teeth or the Jordan 5 flames, whatever you want to call it, in this solar orange with olive splatter marks definitely make that scream way louder than anything else that's around it. Having that orange air unit right next to it is a very minimal, almost barely noticeable contrasting hit, but I think when they come together and you're looking at the sneaker from a side profile, it looks absolutely cohesive and beautiful, and they did that intentionally, not to switch it up from the 2006 predecessor. Let me mention on the inside that we also get that orange hit. Finally, guys, the last thing there is to talk about is going to be these icy blue bottoms that are completely true to its 2006 predecessor. Guys, this is beautiful. We've seen a lot of aged Jordan 5s come out. We've seen a lot of milky bottoms, such as on the Gratitude 11s, but I think icy blue bottoms are getting less and less seen, especially with new sneakers. So to see this being very true to what sneakers were back in the 90s, back in the 2000s, 2010s, is quite refreshing, right? And again, it's stays completely true to how they first released in 2006. What's really cool about this though is you can see that solo orange Jumpman popping out, and we also get that olive hit just to stay true to everything else that's going on. Now, one thing looking at this sneaker, guys, you can see the icy blue on the sides as well. It's gonna yellow on you, right? We already know this, but it's really interesting because I saw a different sneaker page post about these, and so many people were looking forward to copying these, and they even said, I can't wait until the bottom's yellow. So I think this is one of those pairs that might look even better with a yellowed bottom, at least in some sneakerheads community, in some sneakerheads in the community's opinion, right? So you let us know right now, do you like these in an icy blue bottom and you wanna keep them consistently icy blue, which we do as well in our boutique, we do restore soles nowadays, or are you like, nah, I need them yellow and I'm gonna actually accelerate the process by going out to step in the rain or something like that, right? I don't know, but I think either way is valid because fashion and what you like is completely up to you, okay guys? And so that is it on our very early review of the Jordan 5 Olives that are set to release on March 8th of this year. Now let us know, if you haven't commented thus far in the video, what is your favorite thing about this sneaker? What is your least favorite thing? Are you gonna wait to release? Are you gonna wait till after release? Or is it like, no, I need them now, I need them early before the rest because they're just speaking to me that much? And if you do, guys, don't forget we have a website and we do sell these early. We do have quite a few men's sizes left, all right? But that being said, guys, that's not what YouTube is about, okay? I really want your engagement and just to let us know your rating on these bad boys, because you know at the end of every single Vital review, we have to rate these out of 10. 10 being absolutely amazing, I need them on feet right now, and 1 is, why did we even waste our time doing this review, right? So we haven't done too many of those. But guys, even though the Jordan 5 silhouette is not my favorite out of them, right? You don't see too many behind me. I think this deserves a little bit higher of a rating for quite a few reasons. 1, we already pointed out the colorway and how it's cool with the contrasting. We don't get too many olive Jordans, but them contrasting with the solo orange just looks so well put together. So that's one big reason. Another big reason is they stayed true to their original release, looking exactly the same, no mixtures or remixes for us. So that's a really cool highlight. And then 3, I don't know, guys. I just think this is really, really unique the way it looks. So that being said, even though it's not my favorite color or my favorite silhouette, out of the rating of 10, I am going to give these a 7.5. A 7.5 out of 10, and that is on the higher end, even though not as high as the other things that I've rated. I just think these definitely deserve the higher end rather than the lower end. Yeah, guys, truly for me, it's really just the color and materials. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, you know, but I just think these are unique for the time that we're in, okay? But my opinion is not all that matters. So Mr. Irish Productions, looking at the Jordan 5 Olives, what do you think about these out of 10?
Gotta give it an 8.
Oh, okay, so higher than me. Why do you like these? Actually, that's pretty high for your opinion.
I like the army green.
Yeah.
The army green, that could go on anything.
That's true. Yeah, like I said, we don't see a lot of Jordans in this olive colorway, right? So I think just seeing it really stuck out to you. All right, so and that's the same for me, guys. That's why they deserve that 7.5, that 8, okay? But truly, guys, your interaction is what matters the most. We want to hear our following's opinions on these bad boys. So are you closer to me and Mr. Irish Productions with our higher end rating? Or are you like, nah, I think I'm beyond this OG or, you know, best non-OG OG. I'm not really sure what to call these. But I'm looking for more of the new stuff, like the Gratitude 11s, the Travis Scotts, all that fun stuff. Maybe you're there, okay? But guys, we appreciate you for spending this time with us. We hope that this gave you some piece of new knowledge on this silhouette or on this sneaker. Guys, so make sure you interact with us in the comments, but we'll catch you on the next video. See you soon, BK family.